All right, say I scooped it right here. And then, like I said, I like to transition back to here. If I have the guy on his back and I'm on this side of his body, which way is he going to be going? Away from me, right? That's why I like to pull this elbow tight right here to keep him into me, instead of scooping right here. Because whenever he bellies down, I can't keep my cross wrist and get my back points, can I? But I can go to a near wrist here, and now I have my back points. So it keeps him from bellying down as much, and like I said, I like to transition to a near wrist off of it. I don't really have time to go into near wrist stuff today. If you ask me after one of the sessions, I can probably show you some stuff from it though. Alright, on to my next tilt. I'm going to backtrack just a little bit and go back to the guy being on his base, okay? So I'm right here, I jam him forward, I can't dig my 2-on-1. I try to go to this side and he's just a beast. He spreads his knees apart, gets a wide base, whatever, okay? So now, I'm going to go through my roll through tilt, okay? Some people call it a Clemson tilt, I don't know. The way I was shown when I was younger was a little bit different than the way I'm going to show it. So if you know it a different way, humor me, because I feel like this way works really well once you figure it out. Alright? So like I said, I'm right here. And one problem that high school kids get confused, they don't want to go through all the steps. They want to just go right into what I showed last. And so they start with their knees over here or over here. I want you to get directly behind them while you're learning this. He has 2 feet, I have 2 knees, right? I'm going to line up my knees right behind his feet right here. Everybody see that? This is for learning purposes. When you get good at it, you can do it however you want. Okay? But not today. There's no way I'll be good at it today. Alright, so I'm right behind him. Everybody see this? Okay, so I have my 2-on-1.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Now I'm directly behind him, right? 2 feet, 2 knees. Everything's tight the whole time. So now, what I said earlier was when I was a little kid, I was always taught to put my elbow deep in here. Don't do that, okay? Look what I'm doing with my elbow. I'm taking my elbow and I'm blocking his thigh. I'm not leaving it on his hip. I'm putting it on his thigh. I'm pointing it towards the mat right here, okay? The reason for that is because I've seen a lot of guys kind of throw their elbow and the guy spreads his knees apart and gets a wide base. The guys get stuck right here and even reverse. No, stop doing that. I start blocking the thigh because it works as a lever point right here. See how he just kind of falls over? Well, I want him to fall over, but controlled. Okay? So all I do is I point my elbow to the mat and block the thigh. I still have to throw my head. What I mean by throwing my head is I try to touch the back of my head with his belly button. Okay? Throw my head underneath. I'm not just putting my elbow right here on his bicep. I'm literally trying to throw it underneath. Alright? As deep as I can get. Now, here's the part where it gets a little bit complicated. What do I have to land in? T. If I'm right behind him and mine is T, so I have to put myself in that position, right? One thing that I kind of, for teaching purposes, I started doing is the high leg, okay? If you're doing your normal cross wrist side on the left side, some people do it on the right, you're going to high leg with your right leg. I high leg into my T, okay? I'm high legging into my T, throwing my head underneath here. Why do I high leg with my right leg? Because that's my plant foot, okay? I land in my load up position, that way I can get my back, because if I land here, I'm just going to belly out, right? So that's another reason why I started teaching this high leg, okay? So I have my 2-on-1 here, I'm blocking the thigh. I throw my head underneath, as I high leg into my T. High leg into my T, okay? For some reason, you guys like to high leg, but leave your hips on the mat. So you high leg, and then you just kind of fall, and you roll, and you end up spooning the guy. All right? I don't want you to do that. High leg and pull him into your lap. If you're having trouble with the high leg part, just hang on to the wrist a couple times. Say, hey, you're a good partner, don't go over. Just practice high legging into your T a couple times until you get the feel of it. I'm in a T. Now I can go. 2-on-1, lock the thigh, throw my head, my load up. Okay? Same load up every time. Alright, so let me go through the sequence again. I jammed the floor, got my cross wrist. I can't dig my 2-on-1. I try to take him this way. I don't feel comfortable. He's a beast. Blocking the thigh, I'm directly behind him. I block the thigh, throw my head, high leg. Alright? This one will take a little bit longer to learn, but if you get it, this works really well. If you don't get it, I have something for that too. Alright, ready? 1, 2. Awesome.